So before I get too deep into this review about how awesome these lights are, I want to give you guys a little bit of a buyer's beware. These strands do not connect to one another. So for every set of lights you buy, you need to plug them into a power source. Now they're advertised as being indoor, outdoor, and IP44 water resistant, not waterproof, just water resistant. So they'd be okay for like use on a balcony or a porch or something where you can run a surge protector and run multiple strings off of that, but they're not going to link together. So if you're trying to light up your yard or light up a bunch of bushes, you're not going to be able to do it. So don't be an idiot and buy 7 of them like I did, thinking that they're going to all link together. But anyways, one thing that is good about them, though, with being indoor outdoor, is they come with this pretty long lead wire. It's a good 3 to 5 feet that you get from your power connector, so you can run them out from your power source a pretty decent distance before you get to any lights on the wire. But anyways, let's get into how cool these things are. So I love these lights. I just wish they'd connect together. They come with this really nice remote, as well as this button on the strand that if you're really lazy, you can just go out and press them and change them up to do what you need to do. But the remote is really handy. It doesn't have a very long range, so you need to be pretty close to the plug to be able to, you know, turn them off and on and stuff like that. The remote has a bunch of functions. You can go through all a bunch of different colors, right? Everything that LEDs can do, as well as a couple different light settings. Like that's just a general, you know, holiday light setting. A kind of orange and purple one, or yellow and pink rather. This is great for like Easter, or I don't know, something kind of springtime. Green and red, right? Red and white. You can also have a red and white twinkle, a green and red twinkle, a pink and yellow twinkle, and then you have a twinkle, right, of the multicolors. There's also a couple buttons down here where you can hit these different settings, and it cycles you through different light setups. Like there's a red, white, and blue. Let me turn down the brightness on here actually, so maybe you can see it better on my phone here. There you go. There's a red, white, and blue. By the way, you can set them on a time limit. You can set their speed for ones that flash. So let's show it again, right? There's a twinkle. There's the green and red. There's the yellow and pink. And then there's the multicolor, right? So then you press this button right here, and you can cycle your green, white, and red, white, and blue, multiple colors, right? And then the different settings of that at twinkle. You can cycle through all of those. But there's one thing that you're not going to see on this remote necessarily, that if you discover, it is going to change your life. So there's these arrow buttons right here. And if you go through the arrow buttons, you actually cycle through all the different possible light settings. Like here's a fade one. This isn't on the remote. You can only access it through clicking these buttons, right? A quicker fade one, right? This crazy green and red one where the reds move around the green, right? This neat one where the reds are going around, and it eventually changes colors like that as well. So say you just wanted one color that does that. Well, that's why there's the play pause button. You hit that, it's going to flash red. Now it's going to stay doing this in this blue. So if you wanted just blue lights or just red lights that twinkle or any other color, you hit that pause button, it's going to stay in that mode. And if you unplug it, leave it off for a day, I tried it, plug it back in, or otherwise turn it back on, it's going to remember. So you're not going to have to reset it every single time. This is insanely useful. I run a lot of Halloween haunted house displays and Christmas lights and all of that. And it's just so useful that you can set it with this remote, pause it, whatever you want, and just forget it. Run it on a light timer. Every time it turns on every night, it's going to go right back to the way you want it. And I love that about these lights. Again, my only issue with them is that you cannot connect strands, which is a huge inconvenience when you're trying to run big displays. But these are perfectly sized for lighting up a Christmas tree or a dorm room or a front porch. So if you're okay with connecting strands to multiple outlets and not connecting them together, you can't really find a much better buy than these lights. I mean, this is a great product. I'm very happy with it. If only they connected together. Anyways.
That works. That works. This one's not working. I'm blocking the solar panel. Doesn't work. I hit the button on the back. Hit both buttons. Nothing works.